Okay, this video I'm gonna show you the arm routine that got me the arms that I have right now and improved so much my physique. And right now it's early in the morning, so I'm gonna prepare the breakfast. So sleepy right now, but I have to eat some carbs, mainly fast carbs. So I'm gonna train in 20 or 30 minutes. That's the time I have with my car from my house to the gym. So it's mainly fast carbs like honey and some cookies. This is trash. Don't eat cookies, but I'm gonna do it. And oat flour. It's more like a long digestion carb, but it's something you want. It's something you want to eat previously to a lift. The thing is, I can eat a little bit more because I'm training arms. I'm not training legs. So the thing is to not feel bloaty, but you still can eat a little bit more because you're not gonna be poking in the middle of the session. I don't know how much I'm gonna use. Let's say one scoop, 100. Fuck it. Okay, 100 grams. I nearly forgot it. The coffee. Instant coffee because I don't want to be preparing coffee right now. Take some water, some salt, not for the coffee. We want to refuel the sodium storage, so I take a pinch of salt. I drink that water, and now I use some coffee for fast energy. The thing is to drink that coffee after we ate the breakfast because that way we're gonna speak our cortisol list than if we first drink the coffee and we after that eat the breakfast. The coffee. I eat the milk, like not much, 110 grams. Cocoa powder, I love this. 4 grams, it's good, it's great. I'm gonna bring the camera closer. Shit. Now you're gonna mix it together. This takes time. Now we have this consistency. I just like it that way. And we're gonna do 3 cookies, no more. Okay, perfect. This taste is absolutely phenomenal. 80 grams, and this will be the breakfast. I'm gonna eat it. Shit, I nearly drop everything. Okay, we're gonna start the training first. I'm gonna warm up a little because it's something that is going to improve so much your performance. I have seen, and it's the main reason that in my arm day, as you are going to see, I first do shoulders, and after I train a little bit of back, just 2 sets for shoulder press and 3 sets of a row. So this is going to warm up your muscles and your joints a little, which is going to prepare your body for the next exercises. And in this session, the main focus is biceps and triceps. So I have seen to improve my performance so much doing 2 previous lifts that are going to warm up my joints and prepare my body. So that way I avoid some sort of pain in my joints, in my muscle, or just my body in general. And it's something that I recommend you to do. And this doesn't mean you don't need to warm up. I recommend you to warm up a little, to warm up your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, so you avoid all sort of pain. And also, if it's a cold day, like it's right now in my city, you're gonna see a big reward from doing this. 20 pounds, 40 pounds. Okay. That's 77 pounds. I'm gonna go for at least 9 reps. So let's see how it goes. Fucking hot. Fuck. Fucking hot. Fucked my position, so I do 8.5, and the next time I'm gonna get the hat off because I couldn't set myself as I should, and I ended doing less than I know that I could have done. Let's go with 77 again. Oh, the hat. Okay, let's try that way. Yeah, I think it works. I'm going for it. Now it's time to go for the back. I'm getting my watch off to put on the straps because this exercise is heavy, so I don't want to do it bare hand. I'm gonna start with 2 plates to warm up a little, and later I'm gonna add the 3rd plate. I don't know why, but I feel so exhausted today. Okay, let's add the 3rd plate. At least 7, at least 7. Let's say 7.5. Now I'm getting off this 45 and adding a 22 plate. As you go on the training, you should be lifting less weight than before because this proves you are training with enough intensity and you're performing well. But if you do, I don't know, 100 pounds and later you're doing 120 pounds in the same exercise, that's an indicator that you're doing things bad. Because if you're training hard, you can perform as well and not even better. So imagine if, for example, I'm running 5 miles. I'm gonna run the last mile as good as the first mile? No, because I'm more exhausted in the 5th mile than in the first mile. So this is the same. If you're moving more weight in the 2nd or 3rd set, you have to rethink out if you're training with enough intensity. I'm not able to move 3 plates at the same amount of reps right now because I'm already tired. Let's do the next one. I will want to do at least, I don't know, 9 or 10 reps with this weight. And the mindset shouldn't be to do a certain amount of reps, but to reach failure. But I know I'm probably reaching failure at that amount of reps. And I always aim to do an amount of reps that is bigger than the last week. So this way I know that I'm improving and that I'm overperforming my last week. Me. 1, 2, 3. Not bad, not bad. Okay, let's rock the next set. Let's rock the arms now. So I always start with hammer curls because that way I pump my forearms and my biceps, and when I'm doing triceps, which is the next exercise, so this way my elbow has less risk of injury. I always track my rest with this watch. It doesn't want to focus now, please focus. Okay, it doesn't want, no problem. I always aim to do something between 2 and 3 minutes between sets. And if it's a heavier or harder exercise, I usually aim to do even 4 minutes. But the range is usually between 2, not least 2, I will say 2 every time. Between 2 and 4 minutes, always. So now we're gonna start with hammer curls. I'm not still pumped, but I think I'm going to get the hoodie off. Okay, it's not that good, but we're gonna be pumping, so this is going to improve. I think. My hat off. We are still not pumped. I have been resting for a minute right now. So I'm gonna wait a minute and a half, more or less. And I use the 44 pounds dumbbells, but now I'm going with the 40 pounds. It's gonna be better with that amount. They thought, you're not gonna understand nothing, but it doesn't even focus. Okay, this is my notebooks where I write every set, every exercise, each rep, everything. And I thought I did the same weight with the same reps at the last week, but I actually did one more rep, so it's something good. Perfect. I'm happy right now. Okay, it's time for the next set. I do both hands at the same time. 3, 4, and I like to do it standing instead of seated. Again, one more rep. Not bad. I don't know if you see it, you probably not because there's too much light, but my skin is so dry right now. And this is because of the minoxidil. I don't know if you know what minoxidil is, but I never use it before going to the gym because it dries my skin so much, and I don't want to be in the gym with that skin. I look like a pigeon, brother. So I always use it when I come home again, and it's disgusting to train with the skin so dry, with that tightness in the skin. Also in your face, which is the worst part, which is the last part. You would want to have a tight skin and a dry skin. Let's say. Okay, last set. I don't want to cheat so much. The last reps, I'm trying to cheat a little bit less. But in some exercises like hammer curls or I don't know, lateral raises, it's not that bad to cheat because you're gonna be limited by the range of motion. So you're still strong and you're able to move weight and to get more stimulus in these ranges, even if you're not reaching this range of motion. So it's usually a good idea to still do some cheat reps and get that extra stimulus. But in this case, it's a little bit different for me. I don't want to explain that much in this video, it's long to explain. But now, for these weeks, I'm not going to do these cheat reps, at least not in hammer curls. I love this exercise for the triceps. Also, it's a overhead exercise, so you're gonna be working the long head, which is the head of the triceps that gives you the most amount of volume. And I had to move my hat. Okay, now it's better. So this way you're getting a better look. Fucking hot. I definitely have to find a better way to put my mic. I'm gonna try the same. Wait. I hope it sounds well in this position. Oh shit. The hat. Again. My hair is like a coconut right now. I'm a fucking coconut. Today I feel a little bit off with the technique, and I think it's because of this thing right here, because I don't want to touch the mic so much. I don't want to move from the camera frame, and I think this is affecting in a negative way my technique, because I'm performing worse than usual. I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable with the technique, so it's not a good training as it's not as good training as usual. So I'm more focused on this thing, this shit, and in showing well in the camera than in doing the exercise properly. This is the bad thing of filming yourself in the gym. Now let's continue with biceps. I'm not gonna lie, I hate this exercise, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do, and I'm someone that usually recommends to do exercises that you enjoy, that you want to do, because it's going to allow you to perform better, to have just a better performance in the exercise in the gym, and to improve more. So it's what I usually recommend, but in my case, I'm doing this exercise because even that I doesn't like that doing this, I know it's a very good exercise. It's going to improve my biceps, and it's everything I care about. It's a very good exercise, and the fact that I don't like doing it is not going to make me just change it. I'm gonna change the position of the mic, and also this exercise, I don't like it because it's so hard to improve. I literally move more weight on lateral raises than in this fucking exercise of the hell. But let's do it. Man, I can't move more weight on this shit. I hate it. Same fucking reps than the last week. Man, I hope I go at least one rep. I only ask for one rep more in the next set, or in the last. I do 3 sets, so at least in the second or the third set, I hope that I do 1, 2. I don't think I'm gonna do more than 2 sets extra, but please, God, at least 1 set. I only ask for 1. It's not that much. Shit, I got cold as fuck. You can't talk that much because you're gonna get cold, your pump is getting off, and your performance is worse, so just don't talk as much as I did. Let's continue with the exercise. Yes. Oh shit. 2 more reps than last week. That's awesome. Why I'm filming in 20 frames instead of 25? Shit. Okay, now perfect. Now I'm filming good again. So, as I was saying, I got cold as fuck because some guy asked me to spot him on bench, and I started talking with him,
and one thing led to another, and I kissed him. No, I'm joking, but I got cold as fuck. I instead of resting 2 or 3 minutes, I rested nearly 5 minutes. It's not that cold, but it's obviously not the usual. And that's a tip that when you're training in a hoodie, you can rest for longer time than if you're training on a tank top or tank top, no tank top, or just a normal t-shirt, because I want, I need to breathe a little, because it's going to prevent your muscles to go cold that easy. It's going to take more time for your muscles to get cold than if you are just with tank top or without t-shirt. And this is obviously in a cold environment, because right now it's cold outside, not here in the gym because it's a different temperature, but it's like, I don't know right now, I'm not gonna lie, but it's cold. That's it. I always like to use the towel instead of the typical rope for this exercise. I think the grip is better, and I just I just like it more. I'm not gonna lie. I prefer to do it with the towel. You like it? Try it. You just can try it. And if you don't like it, do it with the rope. You won't lose anything. Try one set with the towel, and if you don't like it, try another set with the rope. I'm not the best person. I'm actually happy with the lean bulking that I'm doing right now. I think I'm improving so much more these last months than in, I will say years, not years, but in a lot of months of working out, because I usually did Muay Thai and weightlifting, but I was more focused on the Muay Thai thing than in this. I did more hours of Muay Thai than of dumbbells. Not dumbbells, but you get it. You of weightlifting, and it's something I recently changed. So if you are currently thinking into start some martial arts, I recommend you to do. But if your goal is to also improve your performance in the gym and to improve your physique, I recommend you to do it, but not that much. Not doing 4 sessions a week, not doing 7 hours a week, and with all the intensity that I used to do it. Because it's going to affect so much your performance. And this was one of the reasons that I barely improved in that last, not year maybe, but months. Because I also stayed in a deficit, so it's harder obviously to improve your muscles. And if you also are training that many hours of cardio, because it's just heavy cardio and receiving punches, kicks, and it's something your body needs to heal and to recover from, so it's something even harder to recover from than just doing cardio. You're going to have a hard time improving in the gym, and more than improving in the weights, improving your physique, because I still improved the weights in each exercise and I become stronger. I got a better looking, but this was due to do the things properly, correctly manage my physical stress, and obviously diet. But you are progressing at maximum your 10% of what you could be doing. I don't repent from doing it. I'm happy that I did Muay Thai. I got a good level of Muay Thai, and it's something that I'm going to have for the rest of my life. You obviously are not going to perform at the same level, because I don't have the same flexibility, the same speed, and mental velocity when you're fighting with someone. But look, I still have speed, I still have mobility, and I can perform well. And in the future, I'm gonna be doing again martial arts, more focused on ground, like grappling, jiu-jitsu, or something like that. But for now, the aim is to improve my physique. 6, 7, 8, at least 11, please. 9, 10, 11. 11 reps. It's a place with body lighting, but what's this? I look swole. I'm not that big, but I clearly look better, so much better than I used to look when I was doing all the Muay Thai that I have been talking about. And my main goal right now is to improve my physique and to improve all the things related to the gym, the weights I move, my technique, my physique, as I have said, obviously, just everything about gym. And in some way, I want to do martial arts again because it's something that I love, that I want to do for the rest of my life in some years. But now I know that that is not the moment because it's not aligned with my goals. So you have to do what you have to do, and it's a sacrifice that I have to do right now. I would prefer to do mixed martial arts, Muay Thai, boxing, grappling, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, whatever. I would prefer to not only do gym but also do all these things. And I also want to improve my performance when fighting, and I want to improve my ground game because I know so little. I know the basics right now, so it's something that I want to improve. I have it in a future plan. I'm gonna be doing, I don't know, jiu-jitsu, or I think it's going to be mixed martial arts because you're gonna be practicing striking that I already know, but you're gonna be also practicing ground that I don't know, and it's my future focus. And in mixed martial arts, they usually give more importance to the ground game because it's like 80% of the fight, majority of times. So I think it's the best option for my goals. Now I'm gonna continue doing this exercise because I don't want to get cold, and I have been yapping for nearly 4 minutes right now. So let's continue with that. I want to tell you all something, and I don't have so much battery. I will have to replace the battery. But I want to say you something, and it's, man, I'm not gonna lie, I was scared as fuck of filming today in the gym. It's my first day filming myself in a language that is not my native language, and I was scared as fuck. But as you're doing this, and it's something that applies to everything in your life, as you're doing something that you don't want to do, that you know it's hard, that you're ashamed of doing it. I don't know how many reps I have. I think it's 8. Now 9. 9 reps. Okay, as I was doing, every time you're doing something that you don't want to do, that is hard, that you're ashamed to do, it's going to improve you in some way. The version of you that will accomplish the goals you have in your mind, in touching the mic. I don't know what I was saying. The version you have on your mind of yourself, the version of you that accomplishes all that goals, this is what he will do. This is what that version of yourself will be doing right now, doing the hard things, the things you don't want to do, the things you are ashamed of doing. And man, this is where you find improvement and where you become the better version of yourself. Because if you only do the things you already feel comfortable doing and you already did for your entire life, you wanna be the same version of yourself. If you do what you always did, you wanna be the person you always were. So it's a shit. I don't know what to say. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to start talking in a language that is not his own language in a gym full of people that are looking at you, and you notice it. They are looking at you and they may be laughing at me, but you can't care, man. if you care about what every other one thinks of you, you're not doing anything in life. And it's really a shame that I was so uncomfortable doing the video at first, because I was like so robotic and not talking as I know how to talk and expressing myself as I know. And even right now I'm not doing as I could do it, but I'm doing it better. I'm not gonna lie. At the start of the video, I was like thinking in what every other one could think about me, and right now it has changed, and I'm more fluid. I'm more myself, and it's something that I'm gonna be improving in next videos. I'm going to do pull-ups, which is not my best lift. Is, I would say, one of my worst lifts, but I like them. Let's aim for, I don't know, 7 reps maybe, but I want to use a good technique. Not bad, not bad. If you ever wanted to start doing videos or things like this, man, just do it. If you're waiting to feel comfortable enough in order to do it, you're not starting anytime soon. You're not gonna start never in your life. I think this is a little bit okay. Now it's better, I think. You are not starting ever in your life. If you're waiting to feel comfortable doing this and filming yourself and talking about personal things in front of so many people in a public space, and even as I'm doing in a language that is not yours. So the best thing to overcome that feeling is just starting while you feel uncomfortable, while you feel like you're not ready, like you're doing it bad, like you're doing bad quality videos. Everything is wrong. The angles, the lighting, the speech that I have. I don't have a script for this video, but the things I'm talking about and the way I say them, everything, I think I see them as bad, as low quality, but it's the only way to improve and to overcome that feeling, that fear of being seen in public, talking to the camera, speaking about something that you don't pronounce correctly, and some people may be making fun of you. It's not usually the case, because people is not like that usually. You think they are worse and they are judging more than they are actually doing. But the only way to overcome that feeling is to just start doing it. You will never feel naturally prepared to do this. Never in your life. I don't know how many times you practice in your house, in front of a camera. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. You're not going to feel prepared enough. Never. So the only thing, if you want to do this that I'm doing right now, is to start doing it, because the only way to improve is to let yourself to be a noob, a novice in that thing. If you are doing something for the first time or for the second, third, fourth, 15th time, you're gonna be so bad. You're gonna be a novice in that, and people may make fun of you. People may see what you do as cringe and as something, yeah, cringe. But this shouldn't stop you from doing it, from doing the things you want to do, from doing the things that are your essence, that are you. I'm already cold. I have been talking for nearly 5 minutes right now, and he's doing his set. But it is what it is. It's my fault to be yapping for so long. I already lost all the pump. I still have some, but it's not that good. Today I had in mind to pose a little, to make some photos, some videos, but I think it has to wait for the next week, because today I already lost all the pump. I may took some photos, but I'm going to look a little bit fluffy. Okay, let's get into it. I hate that feeling when you got cold, but it's my fault. 7 reps. It could be better, but it could be worse. I want to talk right now about the breakfast that I had because I was so sleepy and I was uncomfortable in front of the camera, so I didn't talk that much, but it wasn't the most optimal breakfast. But sometimes you just want to have something different, to have something that you enjoy more, and it's part of the process. It's part of adapting your routine and what you eat, what you do, to something that you enjoy more and that helps you to stick to the plan. So it wasn't the ideal breakfast, and it will be some better, maybe some fruit with honey or something more light with more carbs, with more fast carbs, and as it was early in the morning, to have something, to take something for the middle of the session, because I'm gonna be more depleted than if I train in the afternoon where I had more carbs. My storage is full, but it was just what I wanted to eat, so it's not that bad. It was still a good breakfast, but not the most optimal. I could have eaten, I don't know, cream of rice, for example, but I don't have any right now, so it was a little bit difficult. And this breakfast did his job, even if it wasn't the best breakfast. Okay, light work for the last set, 22 pounds. And I told you this is not my strongest my strongest lift. I move so much more in every other exercise. I move 315 in bench. I move the more than 40 pounds on each hand in lateral raises. I move more in deadlift, in squats, in hip thrust. Man, there's people who stares at you like this. I'm enormously uncomfortable, nervous, and ashamed doing this in public for you to look at me as if I was killing somebody. But I don't care. This is something that I knew it was going to happen, and these people are not doing this to worsen my video or to cause me something badly in any way. They are not used to see somebody filming himself in the gym talking to the camera, because it's not that usual. Majority of people doesn't do that. So I know it's normal, it's something common for them to just stare at me like, because they are not used to this, and I don't have to feel uncomfortable with that. I feel uncomfortable when they look at me, but I have to improve my perception and my mindset so I don't feel uncomfortable while they look at me doing this, because it's my job, it's what I want to do, and you can feel uncomfortable because you're doing what you want to do, what you like, and what you want to dedicate your life for. Let's do the last exercise, which is for rear delts. The light in that side is very bad, so let's see how it looks. Okay, in this exercise, I always like to make a little pause at the end of the rep, so this way I can focus more on my rear delt, which is the main purpose of this exercise. And now you wanna see how I do it. That way I only use my rear delts, and you can move so much less weight. This still has one of my bites. I don't know if it doesn't focus. It's so dark to focus, but it still has one of my bites on the machine. It's not something that I'm proud of, but it is what it is. Let's do the next set. Okay, there's only one set left and we're gonna be finished. So 2 minutes of rest and it's already done. Last set, let's do it. I want to go home. I don't usually want to go home, but today I don't feel like that energy for training and that. I don't know how to say it, but I don't want to train. But it's something that sometimes happens, and even if it's one workout that you enjoy so much, because this is one of my favorite workouts, you're not going to enjoy what you're doing every day. There's going to be ups and downs, so you have to learn to perform even when you don't want to do it. This is what is going to allow you to reach your true potential. Okay, it's done. Okay, so we're gonna end the video with a quick posing. I'm not as pumped as I would want because I got so cold filming the video and even talking even talking with some people. I don't want to get the hat off because I look like a coconut. Okay, so this is my physique right now. I'm not that big and I'm not that lean also. Because I'm in sorry, I'm in that point that you're not as big as you would want because you have just started the bulk, and you're not as lean as you would want because you have ended the cut. So I'm in that shitty point where you have just stopped the not to stop the cut because I wasn't cutting, I was in a maintenance, but I started the bulk, so I gain a little bit of fat, not that much because I'm lean bulking, as I said, but you're not that big and you're not already that lean. You don't see that much veins, you don't see the abs as you used to see them, but it's part of the process and I'm just improving my physique. You're gonna be seeing all the process and how I improve, maybe not week by week, but each 2 weeks or each month at least, you're gonna be seeing some progress in my body. Not because I don't progress week by week, but because I don't know exactly what type of content I'm going to upload right now. So some videos may be just educational videos or talking about some topic where I don't show my physique, but I think I like it, this type of video. So I think I'm gonna be doing videos like this at least one time a month. I don't know, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I don't do so many videos of this type, but you wanna be seeing my physique on my Instagram, in my first or second account, in both of them probably. So this is the point we are right now, without barely any pump because I already got cold. This is the back, this is the arms. I have to improve more my triceps, and I'm not going to show my legs right now because I only have my underwear. You see that? So I don't have to show that much in the video, but I need to show legs, man. I don't have any video where I show my legs. It's not the best point of my body, but I have good strength in them. So I think this is the end of the video. I didn't even post that much. I just started yapping, so I don't want to post. Okay, goodbye, that's all.